Chill Cook here once again with head coach Anthony Evans. The NSU basketball team coming off a road win against Howard University. That was on ESPNU. First of all, congratulations, coach, for getting the win. You go 1-1 in your road trip here. Lose a tough one at Hampton. Didn't shoot the ball well in that one, but the team definitely redeemed themselves after shooting 1 of 16 from three-point range. You guys go into Howard, into Bird Gymnasium. ESPNU game, hit 9 of 20 from three-point range. In between games, did the team just shoot three-point shots? I mean, what was the difference?
No, I just think, the confidence level, once we got there, we were making shots, guys felt good. The Hampton game, Chris McKeechin, he shot a few threes, didn't make them. Rob Hampton shot a few threes. This game they hit something. I think Rob was 3 of 5, Chris was 3 of 7, and Rodney McCauley was 2 of 3. So that really helped us with our wing players knocking down shots.
Yeah, speaking of Rodney McCauley, he had 6 big points in that first half to really maintain you guys' lead. And then, like you said, Rob Hampton, Chris McKeechin finally hit some shots. McKeechin was really in a bad shooting slump. He definitely got out of it that game, matching his season high with 11 points.
I mean, he played well. And those guys are important for us. Most of the time, teams are trying to stop them as well as Kyle. So when they have a good game, it makes it tough for the team to defend us.
And speaking of defending, you had one of your best defensive efforts as well, holding the Bison to 32% from the field. How was your team able to execute defensively?
Well, I think we got out and pressured a little bit in the second half. We forced some turnovers and some quick shots. We tried to get the ball out of the main guys' hands and make the secondary players try to make shots. And it worked. So, we were able to get out and run, get out in transition.
Most definitely. And as I pointed out earlier, it was an ESPNU game. Did you think that had an effect on the team at all? I know sometimes when the spotlight is on the team, certain players want to shine. O'Quinn, one of our premier players, unfortunately was hampered with some foul trouble, but Rob Hampton led the team scoring 23 points. Other players really stepped up, even though he was pretty much ineffective on the offensive end.
Well, I think they're always excited when it's a TV game. Their families back home get to watch them play, their friends, across the country get to see them play and things like that. So obviously they want to play well. They're always hyped up to play on ESPNU, and it was a good game for us. Kyle got into foul trouble early, but I think the guys that came off the bench, Brandon Good, he didn't have a lot of points, but he blocked some shots, he had some rebounds, played effective for us. And again, when Rob and Chris McKeechin and Rodney played well, it really helps us.
And sometimes it gets lost when a player gets some foul trouble, but Quinn did get some key rebounds late in the game. He led the team with about 10 boards and also had 5 blocks. And Zephyr also stepped up as well for 4 assists. I mean, what to say about your team is every time someone lacks in a certain area, someone comes out and fills the void.
Well, they're starting to come together. I think that's a mark of a team when one person goes down, someone else will step up. Or they're lacking in one area and another player picks that up for us. That's the mark of a basketball team that's improving, that's making strides towards what we want.
All right. And then this weekend, you're hosting back home here at the Eccles Hall, going against North Carolina Central. Central's a team that's has beaten 3 out of 4 MEAC opponents this year. They have a dynamic backcourt in Landon Clement, 17 points per game. He's hit 53 threes this year, and C.J. Wilkinson also 17 points per game. We've gone against the leading scorer in MEAC, C.J. Reed and Brian Paulin. Now you have a team that has 2 guards, basically a backcourt that can really impact and take over a game. So how does that change your strategy defensively, if at all?
Well, it doesn't. We have to play good team defense. Obviously, when you have 2 guys that are scoring 17 points a game, you can't just focus on one. You have to play solid defense. We have to be able to rotate and find them in zone, whether we're playing man. We have to pay a lot of attention to those 2 guys.
And then next up, back to the MEAC, South Carolina State. They're winless on the road this year, but they're number 1 in the MEAC in rebounding margin. What do you do with a team like that? They're hungry for a road win, and you're hosting them, but they're also one of the better rebounding teams.
We've got to keep them off the glass. They're an athletic team. They have some size in the front court, and we've got to box out. We've got to do the little things to make sure that they don't use that to their advantage.
Like you said, some of the athletic guys, Daniel Porter leading the team with 12.3 points. Omar Sanders also just under that with 8.8. But they also have some good free throw shooters on their team as well. 2 of the top 3 free throw shooters in the MEAC. How important is it to play sound defense without fouling?
It's very important. If we send them to the free throw line, they're showing you that they're going to knock them down. So that's one thing that we want to take away. Don't allow them to get to the free throw line. Make them take tough shots and use that to our advantage rather than theirs.
And then on the flip side of that, at least to go further, I guess how hard is it to play defense without fouling when we're a very aggressive defensive team?
They're going to be fouls. It's just a matter of keeping them off the free throw line multiple times, not allowing them to shoot 20, 30 free throws. Because we press, because we're aggressive, they're going to be fouled, but we want to keep them to a minimum.
All right, let's see if the Spartans can keep that to a minimum this Saturday as they host North Carolina Central, and then Monday night, South Carolina State right here in Eccles Hall. For more on NSU Spartans basketball, as always, NSUSpartans.com.